I think OU softball will win the Women's College World Series in 2025 and make it 5 consecutive national championships for the Sooners. In fact, I'm going to give you my 3 biggest reasons why I'm right and why you will see OU hoist the trophy again in the month of June. If you like strong takes like that, if you like OU softball, if you like college softballs, please subscribe to the channel, comment, like all the videos, join the growing community that we have here as I put out videos every single week covering Oklahoma, SEC, and college softball. What's your biggest reason why OU will or won't win another national championship? Drop your answer in the comments, but let's get to it. Let's get to why the Sooners, they're going to do it again in 2025. Reason number 1 why OU is going to do it again is because they have an ace. You need one. You have to have one. There is no exception to this rule. You can have multiple arms that are good, but you need someone you know will get it done when it matters most. I believe that Sam Landry is that pitcher for Oklahoma. Why do I think that? Well, obviously, some of this is a guess and in a lot of ways a projection. And yeah, she's not proven in the fact that she hasn't pitched in Oklahoma City in the Women's College World Series. But guess what? Neither had Hope Troutwine or Jordy Ball before they did it, or others throughout Oklahoma softball history as well. So just because Sam Landry hasn't done it on that stage before doesn't mean that she's not capable. She just hasn't gotten the opportunity yet is all it means. But I feel confident that Sam Landry can do that and will do that because I saw her throughout the entire fall. I saw her carve up hitters game after game. And yeah, the teams that she faced in the fall won't be the same caliber of hitter that she's going to see during the season. But I also saw her against OU hitters on multiple instances, every single hitter on the team. And she was good, really good against OU hitters. And if she was good enough to slow down OU hitters, she's more than capable of slowing down other offenses throughout the sport as well, especially after spending more time with Jen Rocha like she will continue to do this offseason. I think OU has something special with Sam Landry. I think they have something very special with Sam Landry. I don't think the stage will be too big for her. And let's remember, the stage that we're talking about, the stage is Crimson. That place feels like a home game every single time OU is in a Women's College World Series game. She will be in some intimidating environments this year for sure across the SEC. But Oklahoma City, how intimidating will it be when it feels like 80, 90, or even closer to 100% of the crowd has an OU t-shirt on? Sam Landry will probably pitch more innings than any other pitcher on staff this year. But Patty Gasso and Jen Rocha have done an excellent job here recently of making sure the main arms are fresh when the postseason comes around. You got to think that that's going to be the case with Sam Landry as well. She impressed with every single outing that she had during the fall. And no, that doesn't guarantee an all-SEC season for Landry. But look, we know good pitching when we see it. If anyone knows what good softball looks like, it's Oklahoma fans. We've seen a lot of it over the past several years now. So yeah, it was in the fall. But I think that we're also educated and intelligent enough when it comes to softball to know when someone is really good. And to me, Sam Landry is good. I think she's really good, and I think that she's the ace that this team is going to need to five-peat this upcoming season. Reason number 2, and for this one you get a hot take with a bold prediction. OU will have the best offense in all of college softball this year. I really like this offense. If you've been subscribed to this page for the past few months, you know what I like about this offense the most. They are not dependent on just one thing. They can hit the long ball. Will hit home runs with the best of them in college softball this year. May lead the sport in home runs potentially. They're in that mix. But they also don't need to hit home runs to be good on offense because they can bunt. With the speed in the lineup, they'll be able to play small ball with the best of them this season. So yeah, they'll be able to hit home runs. They'll be able to play small ball. And they're going to hit for average. You know, most people who don't think OU will win it all this year will reference how much they lost from last season. And yeah, clearly they lost a legendary class that helped you win 4 consecutive national championships, a class that will be forever talked about in OU in college softball circles. They did lose a lot of production. But think of it this way. Here's batting averages from players currently on OU's roster from last season. Abby Dayton hit .431 last year and was the Pac-12 hitting champ. Ilana Agbayani hit .424, was top 5 in the Big 12 last season. Ella Parker hit .415 as a freshman. Cassidy Pickering hit 389 as a freshman. Isabella Emmerling hit 323 last year at North Carolina. Is there another team in college softball that has had 5 players who had seasons like that a year ago? There may not be. But Oklahoma has that, and that goes with other players who I expect to be great hitters this year as well, including Nelly, including Sid Sanders, with a recruiting class that's as hyped as any that we've seen here in a while. So much talent, so much athleticism. That's what I really like. Not dependent on one thing offensively, and have several players who can do it all. And when I bring up athleticism, I really think about how aggressive OU is going to be on the bases this year, and it has me really excited. They have hitters who can and have gotten on base and then steal bases. You know, it's hard enough to play elite defense against an offense this strong, but even more difficult when they're being aggressive and putting constant pressure on you on the base paths. That's what I expect. Top of the order, middle of the order, bottom of the order, OU's going to get on base, and then they're going to apply pressure. They're going to go first to third. They're going to steal bases. They're going to be aggressive this year, and I cannot wait for all the havoc that OU causes once they get on base this season. Reason number 3 why OU is going to five-peat this year, I could have gone a lot of different ways here. I thought about defense, an incredible element over the program the past several years. I could have said, and you guys would have agreed, I could have simply said Patty Gasso and the rest of her coaching staff. Been done with the video after that. Who could have had the nerve to fight me on that one? You couldn't. But for reason number 3, it's the clutch gene. Just like we're smart enough and educated enough to know what a good softball player looks like, by now we know what it takes to win a national championship. And we know that you have to come up consistently in clutch moments to win a national championship. And every year, this team finds a way to do it with both multiple and different players from year to year. No team in softball has had more clutch moments in the last decade than OU. Think about it. How many times have you watched a game and thought, oh boy, they could be in trouble here? Only for OU to find a way to win in incredible fashion. It's happened in Oklahoma City. It's happened in Norman. It's happened all over the country in the past several years. Too many to count for me. And it's nothing new. It's not a trend. It's something that you expect to happen because it's incredibly consistent within the program. The confidence this team has, especially when they're down, is extremely rare and hard to find. The clutch gene exists at OU. Hear me. The clutch gene exists at OU. It's not just one or a couple of players. It's the entirety of the program. And when I say clutch, what may come to your mind first is, oh, a clutch hit, a clutch home run. And yeah, clearly there's plenty of examples of that. But there's also been clutch in the circle. Look no further than Kelly Maxwell last year in the Women's College World Series. In fact, look no further than the last time this team played a regular season game and all of the pitchers that pitched against Texas in Game 2 of the championship series. There is clutch in this program at every single position. So sure, Tiare, Jada, Kinsey, Kelly Maxwell, that legendary group, they're gone. But Sid Sanders is back, and she's come up big more than once in a Women's College World Series championship series. Cassidy Pickering was WCWS All-Tournament team a year ago. Ella Parker had massive moments last year. The point is, new heroes emerge every single season for this program. And no, some of these players haven't had the clutch moments in an OU uniform yet, but history tells us when given the opportunity, they absolutely will. And I can't wait to see this team carry on with the clutch gene like teams of years past. It's really hard to beat the most talented team in the sport. But it's even more difficult when the most talented team seemingly always comes up big in the clutch. It's going to happen again this year. This team always believes they're never out of a game, heart of a champion. And though this one is listed at number 3, I could make an incredible argument. It's why they've won so many titles in the past, and it's the biggest reason why they're going to win another national championship this year. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Drop your comments below if you agree or disagree. And as always, thank you for watching.